Welcome to Not So New News. Come along with us as we continue to discover an Appalachian time gone by. Today's article comes from the town of Whitesburg and Letcher County Kentucky's newspaper, the Mountain Eagle. Volume 5, Number 4, Industrial Edition, 3rd section, dated June 6, 1912. Page 14 is not named, but is continued in today's reading. Manager Smith's residence and the well-known clubhouse at Jenkins. Showing a section of Lower Main Street, Jenkins, Kentucky. A bright Kentuckian. Chaz, painter. Mr. Painter is a Kentuckian to the manor born. He was educated in the best colleges and law schools of the state, and comes to us highly recommended. There is scarcely any litigation in the good old county of Robertson and the town of Mount Olivet, the place of Mr. Painter's nativity. Consequently, when the young barrister looked about for business, he decided to seek more congenial and profitable fields. He located in Jenkins some 3 months ago, and at once set to work to make himself one of its citizens. He is a most popular and pleasant gentleman. At present he is the city attorney of the town. Likewise, his practice is growing and his reputation widening. Handsome central store building at Jenkins. To describe the above building is well nigh impossible, owing to the right little acquaintance with it. Suffice, however, to say that it is a monster. It is the biggest, no doubt, costliest building in Jenkins and perhaps the county. At this writing it is hardly finished, though in a few days the doors will be thrown open and the tons and tons of goods will begin to be piled into it. 3 stories high, it is complete in every detail. It stands as a massive monument to the skill and genius of the promoters and builders of Jenkins, the great Consolidation Coal Company. A leading plasterer. J. A. McCaskey. Mr. McCaskey is a native of Clarion County, Pennsylvania, and was born in 1873. He learned the trades of plasterer as a boy, under his father, who, by the way, was about as best in his state. Having been employed for 3 years by the Consolidation, and knowing the merits of his work, when the operations at Jenkins were planned, Mr. McCaskey was the ideal man to do a great amount of work as outlined. So at the start, Mr. McCaskey became substantially identified with Jenkins. He was educated in the common schools of his native state, is an all-around hustler, and is hoped that he casts his lot permanently with us. Independent Order of the Odd Fellows, number 369. A write-up of Jenkins would be incomplete if not mention was not made of the Odd Fellows Lodge, which was organized November 24th, 1911. From the very first, Jenkins Lodge was successful owing to the fact that it was made up of and governed by some of the best and leading citizens of the place. At the present, the order has no permanent home, but provisions will be made to meet this exigency at once. The present membership is now in excess of 90. Officers are T. H. Williams, N.G., J. S. Chenoweth, V.G., L. B. Goode, Secretary, and H. L. Moore, Treasurer. The lodge meets every Friday night. George R. Wheaton. Mr. Wheaton is 46 years of age and is a native of faraway state of Maine. He has done railroad constructing in 6 or 7 different states of the Union and has always made lots of friends wherever he has worked. He is now employed in furnishing an immense quantities of crushed stone used by the Nikola Building Company and the Consolidation in their work at Jenkins. He is married and has an intelligent family. A trick of the camera. A snapshot of the officials of the Police Department of Jenkins. Reading from left to right, Judge John D.W. Collins. Detectives Ash and Anderson. Marshal H.B. Morgan and City Attorney Charles Painter. The spirit of alertness is depicted on every eye and on every hand. The clubhouse at Jenkins, where pleasures abound on every hand and living a sight to see, where the gentle breeze chants music and the birds dance in glee, where the flowers bloom forever, so sweet, so glad, and so free. This concludes today's reading of page 14 of the June 6, 1912 Mountain Eagle. We at Kentucky, Tennessee Living would like to thank you for your continued support as we bring to you the history of the Appalachian Mountains.